Hello, what's up everyone? Another video here. Originally this video was going to be me talking about some of the teams that I got to see in my first Apex tournament that I got to cast. That's right. I went and I've been playing Apex for a while, a couple years now, and I went on a limb about a month and a half ago, and said, you know what, I want to start casting Apex. It's always been something I wanted to do. I just never really put any effort towards it. And I said, you know what, let's make some YouTube content as well. And I went on the Apex comp Reddit and started asking, what kind of content would you like to see, or do you think is needed? And I got some really good feedback and some really good answers and a lot of support. Even though, a lot of you who don't even know who I am put some trust into me. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, I did cast my first tournament this weekend. I was going to just kind of make a video talking about some of the teams and that were playing in it. It was a $5,000 tournament, and there was some pro teams. And I was going to ask, what kind of content you would like from that event. I could see with the event organizer if I can upload those matches that I did to my YouTube. And I can also, maybe even break down some plays. And really dive a little bit deeper into what I think about those plays and those situations and how they unfolded and how they could have been different. But first, I want to talk about a tweet that was put out today around June 27th, around 3 a.m. Ranches tweeted out, Ranches from Team Empire tweeted out, "We missed the championship. Visa denial to all three." So another one. There's a lot of teams that, Alliance has been posting on Twitter pictures of them in the airports and stuff. So Alliance has gotten here, right? They've gotten to the United States. But there's a lot of other teams that are not able to travel. They can't get here. And they cannot get visas. There's teams that are utilizing substitutes. I'm pretty sure GMT is using a substitute coming in, maybe even two. There's some teams that might be utilizing two substitutes, and that sucks, man. That really sucks. But Ranches and the rest of Team Empire, all three of them missing the championship. This is a massive blow, not just because, we're going to be down a team, but also this is a major team from the EMEA region who potentially could be a championship caliber team, right? They have a chance at winning the championship. They had a chance at winning playoffs. They had a great run through playoffs. Through groups, they won a couple games to start the day off. They innovate. They bring new things to the table. Like in the playoffs, they were playing Mad Maggie. No one else really does that. Mad Maggie's kind of a casual pub stomper and not really a competitive legend, but they were really bringing Mad Maggie to a competitive set and actually putting up competitive fights and, being very late into games with it. So it sucks. There's really no other way to put it. This is a reason why a lot of games have lands outside of the United States, is because, everyone lets us in, but we don't let a lot of people in. And then, it's very tough to get visas during today's social climate. So again, Team Empire won't be showing up. All three of them getting visa denials, confirmed by Ranches on his Twitter account at RanchesJE. It sucks, man. It sucks. A little bit better news, though. Hopping into talking about some of those teams that I saw in that tournament that I got to cast. It was my first time casting Apex as well, so I feel as if I have tons of room to improve, but I feel like I didn't do that bad, honestly, right? Like usually I'm really hard on myself. Of course, I am hard on myself for this tournament as well. I got to be better. I want to be better. But I think I did okay for it being my first actual cast of Apex, and a big one too, with a lot of really big teams. I think we had around 2,000 to 3,000 people watching the first three games of the grand finals. So we had 6 grand finals games on Sunday, and the first 3 were casted by myself and Spider Tiff, who is awesome. It was my first time casting with her as well. So it was awesome, and we got to do the first 3 games, and there was no match point method. So we were using the same scoring method as ALGS. For those of you who didn't watch, so if you get first place in the game, you get 12 points, and so on. The same amount of points you would get in ALGS for what placement you come in, but each kill equals 1 point. So KP was pretty important too, but we didn't use, for the grand finals, we didn't use the match point method. It was just, we played 6 games straight up, and you have to have the most points in the standings. We had a team named BR Demons who ended up winning. They had players, I think it was Aiden the Destroyer, Reed's FPS, and the third one is escaping my, Dimmy, Dimi. So those 3 players, they showed up, and they beat out a lot of really good teams. So here's the full list of 20 teams. We actually had 80 teams sign up for the tournament, and then there was like 22 teams on the wait list. A few of those got in, but here's the 20 that made the grand finals. We had Ape, Atlanta Premier, so there's a really good known squad that showed up. AYM Esports, which is the previous Kick roster. They recently just signed with AYM Esports, so they showed up. That's another really good team. We had Black Hand show up. Bonus. I can't remember the roster off the top of my head, but that was a really good team. I think Farmer Lucas was on that team and doing some big things. BR Demons, CLG showed up, so Counter Logic Gaming. Final Bozos was a pretty strong squad over the weekend. Godfire came as well. That is the previous Elevate squad. So they swapped over to Godfire recently. I think it was about a couple days ago. Hansakai, Inner Nerd Gaming, which were using a Mirage, and they actually won game 2 of the grand finals with a ton of KP too. So it's not like they were hiding the whole time. They were getting very aggro in most of that game, the later half of that game especially. But they were using the Mirage a lot, and that was something I was really excited about during that game. Luminosity Gaming showed up. The first day during groups and semis, they played with Pastillo, their coach, but then the next day for grand finals, they played with their full roster. Niesel came back in for him. Nerf, Nightmare Esports, Oxygen Esports, but I believe it was only 2 people from Oxygen, and their third was a Clane from XSET, if I remember correctly. We had RCO show up with Holiday and Co. We had Rollers MX. They were winning some games. I think they were number 1 in their group on the first day. Start to Fight Esports, Vermouth, and Khonshu. I don't think Khonshu actually showed up for the grand finals. Maybe they just thought they had no chance, or maybe something happened outside in the IRL spectrum for one of those players, if not all of them. But whatever it may be, those were your teams. This apparently was Vermouth's first time competing. It is an org. They had a ton of support. I think they're Spanish, because they had a lot of people in chat saying "Vamos Vermouth." So I'll have to dig a little deeper, check them out. That was their first tournament, I guess they were in. Startified Esports really impressed me because these are really good players. But again, I'm just getting into casting the Apex. So the bubble teams and the like right below ALGS, the teams that you don't normally see pop up as like those mainstream kind of newsworthy teams. Sometimes they just they slip right past me because I focus on some other games, or I have been in the past as well. But we're going deep into Apex now, so let me know if any of these games would look interesting to you, or just let me know what you want, what kind of content, and I'll try to put it out there for you. If you didn't watch the games, I highly suggest that you do. It was on the Community Gaming NY Twitch channel. We also had a B stream for day 1. But I'm gonna ask the organizer and see if I can get those games that I casted up on the YouTube channel here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if you'd like to see, if you did watch the tournament, what micro situations or micro plays would you like to see a little bit more spotlight on, and maybe we can break it down, do a video of some analysis on some team fights and stuff. Just let me know. There was some really awesome gameplay And Luminosity did not finish that great. So everyone was like, oh, I can't believe there's a pro team in literally playing in this tournament. They didn't do so hot. BR Demons were the winners. Sorry to spoil that for you. So let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Trying to hit 1,000 or 1,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And we're almost there. So it's a race pretty much at this point. Have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one.
Oh, hello there. It's Blue. I'm a terrible dancer, so ignore that version of me on the screen and listen to my voice when I say thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and of course, click on another video of mine. I heard you'll like those over there. They're pretty good.